Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some of the coolest gear that I think is pretty dope when it comes to PvPs and whatnot. PvP and PvE, of course, because that is the way I play. Invaders and whatnot are annoying, so I'm going to make a build for you guys, and my favorite build at the same time. So y'all don't have to deal with those trash PvP players, absolutely slaughters. I am only level 300 and 472, and I've killed so many level 802s with these. Actually, I have a friend that's level 802, and every single time that I get an invader, they're usually level 802. It's pretty powerful, great build, 10 out of 10. Of course, it could be better, but let's go ahead and get right into it. So, for your weapon, we're going to be using the Dark Onakari and Abachi, or Ubadachi. I don't know, I have these, like, membered into my brain, but I call them Black Mantis instead, because I barely use the Onakari part. I only use that for, PvP, because the capabilities of the range plus the high attack speed. We're going to be using magic, so the best one for that is going to be Sunless Talisman, because it is a perfect miracle item. Actually, that unfaltering prayer makes it where you're completely unstaggerable, so when you're summoning a very long spell like Lightning Storm or Sunlight Spear, it's pretty great. Or you're trying to heal up without being hit, you can use this with sunlight, soothing sunlight, as long as you don't take a bunch of damage. I think you'll be great. The follower's torch, it's not recommended, but it is pretty helpful for coming onto the bleed players, either the bleed players or the bleed people in general. The only reason why I suggest follower's torch, it is the best torch in the game. If you don't have follower's torch, you can just use the normal torch. Where's that? It's all the way down at the bottom, and I'm pretty sure. No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, it's right here. You can use the normal torch. You don't have to level it up like usual, but if you like get caught with your torch out, it's just helpful that it does a lot of damage. It'll really teach them to back off for a moment. And then for your shield, the Black Knight shield +5, of course, because great stability, great absorption. It's pretty decent when it comes to elements and such, but most of the time you run into people using chaos weapons, which is really helpful because this has a very high absorption to fire. Both of these items you can get through not a DLC, but through a quest. So if you're trying to find these items, then you're gonna have to go and look for the quest lines. This is Crexton's, or the Black Steel quest line, and this is the Sunlight quest line. And then you can use Dragon Slayer gauntlets to simplify the defects of all your other stuff, because the Dragon Slayer gauntlets, you can use them like anything else, like if you really wanted to. But these are light and have good absorption, so I wouldn't advise it. Like I used to wear these a lot, but I mean they were heavy, very heavy. These are 5, these were 4. They were only 1 pound more. The difference, but the poise is lower, but that's okay because you're sitting at exactly 35 poise. That's pretty good. I use the Cathedral Knight leggings because it's great absorption. It looks pretty good. I think I look pretty good, at least. You don't have to wear the same mask, but I used it because Crexton's steel mask. Sorry guys, I got the hiccups today. It's got good absorption. It's pretty light. It's got some good durability on it. Very high resistant to your usual, curse, or not curse. Your usual like poison and frost. It's not very high. It's kind of decent though for a light headpiece, because of course, again, it could always be better. But I'm trying to go for lightweight, and as you can see, I'm not using Havel's ring, so lightweight is pretty efficient. You'll be sitting with an absorption of 40, which is pretty great, I do say, because PvP, most people, you come in either wearing full Havel with a dagger, blah blah blah, but they're slow. They are really slow. Either that, or they can fast roll, and that is an issue. But they get caught in this, because you have a 3-hit combo from this. I know it doesn't look like it, but if you listen, there's 3 hits. I'm not gonna show that right now, but there is. You gotta just trust me on that, because I'm very tired. I don't have a lot of time. So we have Pontiff's Right Eye for boosting attacks as long as persist. I know it doesn't seem great, but again, 3-hit combo. Every single time you click L1, you get a buff, and this sword can stack up to 648 damage. I know that says 584 right now, but it can stack up to 648. It won't go any higher unless you boost it with, you know, your usual like damage buff items, like Sacred Oath, Deep Protection, blah blah blah, all that kind of weird stuff. We use Ring of the Sun's Firstborn for, first of all, it's poggers, absolute drip. It helps so much because Sunlight Spear, again, it was debuffed, but then it was, you can buff it again with this without actually having to use any other buffs. And this takes forever, but if you got some ring on it, you got the ring on it. If they get hit by this and they're close enough, yeah, you'll delete half their health, probably, most likely, if they have horrible absorption to lightning, which is the usual, not very great lightning absorption. Speaking of absorptions, you will have over 20 or over on every single stat in this, which is amazing. But the only issue is that you have a very low one to lightning, so if you do see someone using lightning with this build, I would be very careful. But it does not matter because, again, if you get them caught in this thing's freaking range, like, bro, look at that. Massive, long potential. Don't take that out of context. I use the Chloranthy ring, and I would sometimes stack it with the Green Blossom. I know that it doesn't stack by a lot, but it helps. It helps a lot. I use a Ring of Steel Protection almost 90% of the time because, yeah. You don't have, okay, Covenants don't matter, but like usually I'm sitting with this one. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into our spells, our Greatness of Disgust and Terror and all blah blah blah. Stuff that does damage. Anyway, so Tears of Denial, great for PvP, great for PvE, just in case you get hit with a really hard attack, it'll really help you. Let's see. Soothing Sunlight is like a great healing. People would usually prefer Great Heal over Soothing Sunlight, but you see, if you're gonna be a team player, you don't have to be, but if you're gonna be a team player, get this freaking Soothing Sunlight, because it restores high, and I don't mean normal high, I mean heroin high HP for you. Especially with, again, that's Son of the Firstborn ring. It will instantly heal you up to most likely max health, unless you are literally on 1 HP. This Sacred Oath is the only buff miracle that you can use with Tears of Denial on. I've tried many. I've tried, even if you use Havel's freaking shield buff or whatever, yeah, no, it'll take it off, which kind of sucks. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into our damage. As you can see, it's Sunlight Spear and Lightning Storm. This is gonna take a while to cast, so make sure that you are always, and I mean literally always, at least a solid distance, because if you get caught inside of a Lightning Storm, like a normal Lightning Storm from the Great Axe, or somebody's holding the Dragon Slayer Spear, that's practically the build. But you can always mix it up with different things. Like, if you really wanted to be one of those trash heavy sword spammers that I listen to every single day and complain, you could use a Fire on Greatsword. Again, I wouldn't advise it because you'll be a trash player, but you can have Fire on Greatsword. There's really no other spammable greatswords, so either that or the, the normal Black Mantis build. The reason why, by the way, I put Dark on this is because I went with the Frayed Blade kind of, feeling. Frayed Blade sucks, okay? I can't say that it sucks, but its Dark should be buffed. I think that it should be buffed. Everything else is fine, but its Dark is just literally a solid 76. That's not great. And on top of that, it's got horrible lightning damage. So, or like, not lightning damage, absorption, and every now and then you have to protect with your katana. which is sad. Like, I think the dark damage should be 76 plus like 100 or like 90 or like maybe 80. It should do more damage than the Follower's Torch, which the Follower's Torch is 122. So try to get the Frayed Blade to do like 560, like 555. That sounds pretty good. But it doesn't. So that's why the only reason why I won't use this. But that's just kind of the why I went with the Dark Onakari, and also dark damage is shattering. I use this weapon against every single boss. It is efficient, except for Midir, because Midir is gay. He does not like my dark damage. Alright guys, that's it. That's the end of it for me and you. So hope you like the build. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you respect the build. And I'll be sure to let out more. Comment below if you want me to use DLCs, no more DLCs, different items, which you think is cool, and I can rate them from 1 to 10, of course. I'm always active. Just text me or comment below and I'll read the comments. Alright, thank you guys. Bye.